Good morning, my dear kids. So in today's class, we'll discuss first about the current LCT related numericals. So some different numericals I picked up. So which will with that, I'll try to explain the concepts, various concepts. So let's begin now. I just pick up some numericals. Say again, what are the things which will really how we have to plan a current LCT? If you look at the advance, you come by reverse order like a potentiometer, meter bridge, post office box, ammeter, voltmeter, grouping of cells, basic Ohm's law, Wheatstone network. These are very important. The rest all, everything what you see, no, the finding out resistances, everything, they are the secondary, may not be very important for advance. Even what all I'm saying, this is enough for mains. So you have to come with a reverse order. So don't bother about finding effective relations of big networks, nor mains nor advanced. Nowhere it is useful. I have picked up some few problems to learn current distribution, how to find out equipotential. They're only for learning purpose, not for exam. So let me start with this ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, first draw the circuit diagram. We'll draw the relative circuit diagram. Ammeter and voltmeter are connected in series. When a certain resistance parallel with the voltmeter, the reading of when the reading of it increases the same number of times, the voltmeter reading in volt after the connection of the resistance. I think read the question. You have to get the diagram first. Okay, there's a battery is there. 6 volt. This is the ammeter. This is a voltmeter. So this ammeter will have some resistance, RA will call it. Resistance of voltmeter, let it be this one. When a certain resistance is connected in parallel with voltmeter, the reading of latter decrease means this one. So earlier there is some current is flowing. We'll assume this one. I1. Now I'm going to connect a okay, this is the current latter decreases 2 times. 2 times means what shall I write? I dash will become I by 2. The reading of latter decreases by 2 times. So this will become, so if I say this is I, this will be I by 2. Here when I connected some resistance. Where the reading of ammeter, the reading of the latter decreases 2 times, where the reading of ammeter increases the same number. Oh, I think. The reading of latter decreases by 2 times. So it is having some drop. Say V, now it has become V by 2. How much that value of the reading of voltmeter that is being asked here. I think we should calculate that value of V. Okay, there's the information we have. Now regarding battery internal resistance, nothing is given. Okay, but the ammeter voltmeter must have certain resistances. So we'll write the equation 6 minus I into RA. Ammeter, nothing is given. Yeah. Okay, we'll proceed. We'll see any help. We'll get it. This is the thing. Okay, next this will be 2I into RA. This will become 2I into R into RV by okay, this value 2I into R by RV is what? V by 2. I RV is this one. So therefore, v dash, I'll write, it'll be easy for me. V dash should be equal to V by 2, whereas V dash should be equal to 2I R RV by R plus RV. That V dash is in terms of V dash value as some value we have to find out. Resistance of emitter will be there as it is, RA. I think this much of data what we have. Let me go for the next one. What is that? IRV, we can write it as any help, we'll see. So that will be 2V by R plus RV. Unnecessary. Okay, well, okay. Anyway, this is some equation. Will if we can eliminate IRA, so equating these two, 192. So 6 minus IRV equal to 6 minus 2I. Okay, we'll do one thing. This is simplified. One more step. I'll write it. It'll be easy for us. So the second part will be IRA. This will be 2I RA. So this will become reading of that voltmeter will be okay. Not advisable. More symbols will bring unnecessary. Okay, now we'll equate 192. So this will be 6 minus IRV is equal to 3 minus IRV by R plus RV. So this will become 3 is equal to, if I send on this side, IRV will come outside. One minus R by R plus V. So R will get cancelled. So RV by R plus RV. Three R plus 3 RV is equal to IRV square. I wanted the reading of this one, no? V dash. So for that, is asking some numerical value. V dash some value I should get. So value I should get means R and RV should be in terms of, okay, how to.
Sir, downwards there you wrote V dash is equal to 2V by R plus RV, no sir.
Yeah.
There you forget one R, sir.
Oh, here R is there, no? No. I think
IRV is equal to V, no sir.
okay. Earlier reading IRV was equal to V. Yeah. IRV
Then
is
V
equal to
dash
V.
is equal to 2RV
Yeah,
by R plus RV.
IRV. Okay, 2RV will come there. 2VR, I'll write it. Then it'll be okay. This is RV square. So many things are there, no? We have to some calculation. Resistance of ammeter is needed. Without that resistance of ammeter, we can't manage. If resistance of ammeter negligible, then okay. But we can't take negligible. No, he has not said anything about resistance of ammeter. Reading of ammeter increases. Where the reading of voltmeter, it decreases by 2 times. I think I'm not taking help of this one. If I write V naught, okay, this will be V dash. I'll do one thing. Let me take help of some unnecessary. I'm bringing more symbols maybe. So this will be V naught. I'll write it. No, 6 minus 2i. Let me rework here. Somewhere. Okay, this will be 6 minus, this will be 2i Ra V naught by 2. Here only I think we can manage here. So this IRA, what we can write it as IRA equal to 6 minus V naught. So 2 into I think we can manage here. You can see now plus V naught minus V naught by 2. So this will become minus 6. Minus 6 is equal to plus V naught by plus 2 V naught. So 4, 4, 3 V naught by 2 equal to 0. V naught equal to 4 volt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very easy, no? Unnecessary, we are bringing RA and RV. So very logical things, so especially ammeter, voltmeter, no? So any of the best questions, they can trouble you. So what are RA and RV? Internal resistance of voltmeter. This maybe I think the symbols what we choose matters a lot. No, I think 2 volt. V dash is how much? No, the answer is not 4 volt. So V naught, V dash is V naught by 2. Okay, further. V dash is V naught by 2. So 4 by 2. Your answer will be 2 volt. This will be your answer. Okay. Answer should not be 4, should be 2. Let's take the next one. There's a potentiometer one. When in experiment to measure the internal resistance of a cell by potentiometer, for your understanding purpose, I'm just bringing that diagram. Here it will be like this. It is found that balance point is at length 2 meters when the cell is shunted by a 5 ohm resistance. This is a standard cell E naught, and this is some E. The internal resistance of this cell has to be determined. Okay, it is shunted by a resistance, say R1. So what is the balancing length? Balancing length is given by, okay, this is the length, we'll write L1. So A, P1, B. Let's have a small circuit so that it will be easy for us to analyze, okay, what has to be done. There's the second part of circuit where when the resistance is R2, balancing length will be L2 and the other point will be P2. Okay, what about the currents, flow of currents, we'll see. Here current I will flow. And the current through galvanometer is 0. So therefore the current will not branch. Very, very important. I'm just explaining the concept of potentiometer. When the current through the galvanometer is 0, this current which is flowing in the primary circuit, this is called like a primary circuit. It will not branch. So same current I, you can see here. And here there will be a flow of current. There will be a flow of current. Here you call that as I1. And how that I1 will take path in this way. Plus, minus, plus, due to this I1. So call this is X, Y. So similarly here, the same current I will flow. I. If you know concept, you can directly go for it. Since I wanted to revise little bit, here there'll be a flow of current. Call that current as I2. Current through galvanometer will be 0, and this is I2. Current through galvanometer, in fact, will be 0. Now this X, Y, Z. So that let me use this word AB. Some other symbols let me use. Two different situations are there. What is R1? R1 is 5 ohm. And length L1 is how much? 2 meter. Here only you try to analyze, and L2 is, and length is 3 meter. And when R2 is how much? 10 ohm. Yeah, we have only this much of information. If we have to calculate that small r. Okay, what all, how you can proceed? So VAP1 should be equal to VXY. What is VAP1? I lambda L1. What is VXY? So separately you write it. VXY should be equal to directly I1 into R1. VXY, or one more equation, Vx minus E minus I1 R minus Vy0, or Vxy equal to E minus I1. We don't know that EMF of cell, leave it. Or this is also equal to what? I1 into R1. So what is I1 further? You can write it as E by R plus R1. So this you are going to write it here. Now similarly here, VAP2 should be equal to VAB. What is VAP2? I lambda L2. And what is VAB? We'll go for it again. VA minus C. This is plus, no, this is plus. Polarities, I'll give the polarity. I forgot. Yeah. Now VA plus I2R minus VB0. So VAB equal to E minus I2R. What is I2? And in turn, VAB is equal to how much? I2 into R2. This is not needed. This equation may not be needed. Just for your convenient purpose, I brought it. Like this, just applying KVL, KCL, not needed. See, everywhere, wherever you go, what you are going to do, you are just going to apply KCL and KVL. That's all, nothing big. So this value of VAB, I'll substitute here. What is VAB equal to? E2 R2 by, sorry, E no, it is E R2 by R2 plus R. So there's the equation 1, equation 2, dividing 1 and 2. How much will get dividing 1 and 2? So I think the unknown E will get eliminated because the EMF of cell is not there, no? So that has to be eliminated. Okay, that we can. So dividing 1 and 2. So this will become I lambda L1 by I lambda L2 ER1 by R1 plus R. So L1, L2 is equal to R2 plus R into R1 by R1 plus R into R2. We know, don't go for lengthy calculation, just substitute the values because smaller is unknown, no? L1 is 2, 3. The resistance what we have connected is how much? R2 is 10 plus R. This is 5. This will be 5 plus R. This is 10. So this will be 4 by 3 equal to 10 plus R plus 5 plus R. Anybody value? Getting some method? Different types of potentiometers. So there are varieties of numericals are there. It's not that, okay, potentiometer
R equal to 10.
R equal to 10. Internal resistance. Such a high value. Let me check it. 20 plus 4R equal to 30 plus 3R. R equal to 10 ohm. Very high value. Now, once you know small r, can you calculate the EMF of cell? Is it possible to calculate the EMF of that cell? No, may not be no. Some more information is needed. So everywhere, your entire potentiometer, please do take help of. This is called like a primary circuit. Current will not branch here. So when current to galvanometer is 0, this current in of primary will not branch. I think this will help you. Now, whenever a resistor is there, a current will flow here. And these two are at same potential. These two are at same potential. This drop Vx is nothing but drop across this resistor, terminal voltage. So whenever a resistor R is there, terminal voltage will not be equal to applied EMF. When you remove this resistors, balance in line, in that case, terminal voltage will be equal to applied EMF. Means when current through the cell is 0, terminal voltage equal to applied EMF. When current through the cell is non-zero, terminal voltage will be less than applied EMF. I think there's a rule. I'll go to the next part of the problem. A very simple idea based. The voltmeter and ammeter shown are ideal, then voltmeter and ammeter readings. So it's telling they're ideal. So whenever you get a circuit like here, so look at the wire. I think this I'll indicate by red color. This wire is something very important for us. So what to do that one? It's a wire. They need not to mention. So whenever you have in a circuit a wire is there, make them those 2 points common. AB, VA equal to VB. Read all the circuit. Is asking find the reading of voltmeter and ammeter. A and B are at same potential. Okay, like this is a cell connected across XY. So we will try to read all the circuit so that it will. Or else shall we go for loop equation? Loop equation means here I1, I2, I3, I4, 4 loop equations, 4 unknown, big headache. It's not advisable. So therefore, this will be 5 ohm. A comma B it is. This we will give name C. Again, C and D are shorted, you can see. C and D are shorted. So something we have to rearrange terms here. A to C, one resistor is there, and D from there will be negative terminal of the battery. So this will become C comma D. I'm proceeding in this way. This is 200 ohm. Between A and C, 20 ohm resistor is there. Okay, there's a 5 ohm. Between A and C, 20 ohm resistor is there. I'm going to bring that 20 ohm. And the voltmeter is in fact is here. Okay, no, after this, between C and B, 100 ohm resistor is there. Between C and B, 100 ohm. Between B and D, 25 ohm, and then ammeter. Between B and D, 25 ohm, then ammeter. Anybody can solve now, and their ideal is stilling. Is it okay? So you should not go for any nodal analysis or like a branch current. I'll send a current I1, I2, then loop equation I1, I2, I3. Nothing is needed. Now, these are very, very, very important. Very tricky problems will you get in the registers. You should be extra alert. Other chapters, okay, you can manage, but registers is you have to be extra alert. No, this will be 25. So effective resistance. This will be, if you want, you can just write this as 10 ohm. All these are parallel. All these are parallel. So first, if you can get effective resistance, it will be 1 by 20. Directly will go for it. 1 by 20, 1 by 100. Values will take it. 1 by 20, 1 by 100, 1 by 25. 1 by 20 will be 0, 0.05, 0.01, 1 by 25, 0.04, so adding up this two will become 0.1. 0.1. So 1 by R equal to 10 ohm. So this now how this entire circuit will appear. 5 ohm. This will be 10 ohm. Here 5 ohm. So what was that 200 volt? What we applied 100 volt will drop here. So what is the reading of voltmeter will be 100 volt. What about the reading of ammeter? I think we know the drop 100 volt. Can we calculate the current? I. So I should be equal to 100 by 25, 4 ampere. Not only for you, even for me also. Current density, extra alert, everyone. So what are things like series parallel? Then after series parallel, then what will happen? You go for the loop method, loop analysis, nodal analysis, Wheatstone network, equipotential, symmetry. So many things are there. So what has been? So for all things, when you see a wire, I think it's going to help you a lot. Make them common. Here also one wire is there. 2 wires are there. These wires are, I think, things which are going to help us a lot right here. So wires are there to help us. There's a thing what you remember. I really want you to analyze this. Let's see how students will take. We have done grouping of cells. Can you remember series, parallel? Look at the cells, how I brought it. Are they series or parallel? Are they series or parallel? Rudransh, can you say series or parallel? So can we say this cell series or parallel? I think there's a division is what we have to make it. Madhuri, can you hear me? No, they're nor series nor parallel. I just wanted to students how they think this. I wanted to interact and nothing is there. No. Like are they series or parallel? They are nor series nor parallel. Cells are nor series nor parallel. But what is asking? Equivalent EMF and resistance. I think there's a first problem you have come across. Am I right? There's the first time you have come across where grouping of cells formula you cannot apply. So what to do for this? We'll find out the potential difference across point AB, that is applied EMF, and we'll calculate the net resistance. And the problem is twofold. First, we have to calculate the applied net potential difference across points AB. How to calculate potential difference across point AB? The circuit is very simple. We'll just go for the loop equation. The same diagram. Okay, this is the first thing. Here, I'm not bothered about, I'll come to AB later on. So shall we assume one loop current here? This is 20 volt, there's a 50 volt. So it will push current I2. Go for loop current method. This will be much easier. This will be I1. Give polarity based on the flow of current. Then we'll find out I1, I2. Once if I know I1, I2, I can find out VAB. It's very easy. How to calculate I1, I2? Writing loop equation. So let's write the loop equation. Plus 50 minus I1 plus 10 minus 30 minus 3I1 minus 5I1 minus 5I2 equals 0. So 50 plus this will be 30 minus 9I1 minus 5I2 equals 0. So there's a one loop equation what I have. Similarly, I'll go for one more loop equation on the right hand side. Here, I'll proceed like this. So plus 50 minus 20 minus 2I2 minus 4I2 plus 40 minus 5I2 minus 5I1 equal to 0. So 50 minus 20, 90, this will be 70. 2, 4, 6, 11 minus or minus 5I1 plus 11I2 equal to 0. Solving 1 and 2, I'll get I1 and I2. Anybody value? If you can give me I1, I2, I'll go for the next part of the problem. Work out. After this, what I do, I want the EMF of cell. So VA minus 10 plus I1 minus 20 minus 2I2 minus VB 0. If I solve for VAB, this should be equal to 30 minus I1 plus 2I2 equals 2I2. This VAB is nothing but EAB. Able to get the ideas. So if you can get the I1, I2, substitute there, you'll get EAB. Effective EMF. Okay, we got it. Anybody value I1, I2? If you can give me the value of I1, I2. Everybody just solve I1 and I2. Okay, nobody's. Let me try then. I should replace I1 there, no? So this will be 70 minus 5. I1 will be 30 minus 5I2. 7 minus 150 plus 25 I2 plus 11 I2 0. 80 it will become. So I2 is equal to 80 by 36. And I think it's a from like a 20 by 9 will come. Am I right? 20 by 9 ampere, 9 ampere. Okay, there's a value of I2. Okay, after getting value of I2, then we'll get the value of I1. So I2 is I got positive, so 20 by 9 ampere. What about I1? We'll substitute that value of I1 there. So here will be 30 minus 9 I1 minus 5 into 20 by 9. 30 minus 100 by 9 equal to 9 I1. 9 3 ja 27, 270 minus 170 by 81. Both are positive. These values I'm going to substitute. Plus 2 into 20 by 9. I'll get the EMF. Okay, this is about the getting the EMF. What about the?
Then I2 is I2 we are getting some different values.
Not 20 by
Sir,
9. Huh?
you did a mistake in that substitution, sir. That is 70 minus 5 by 9 into 30 minus 5 I2, sir.
70 minus 5. I1 is by 9. Oh, yeah.
We'll get I2 is equal to minus 210 by 124.
210 by 124. I think I have to change all the things. Huh? I'll do one thing. Yeah. I2 is minus
210 by 124.
We can further division to 105 by 62.
Yes, sir.
105 by.
Sir, I got decimal value, sir. I can say, sir.
I2 this. What about I1 then? Anybody I1?
680 by 124.
680 by 124. But division by 4 will
170
come.
by 31.
170 by
31.
positive. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, 31, sir.
31. 31. Okay, this will be 31. This will be 2 into minus 105 by 62. Solving this, we'll get the EAB. Okay, that somehow okay, we are able to manage how to do internal resistance. I think I explained this also in class. So what we do is where all cells are there, replace with a short circuit. Then find out the effective resistance between points A and B. Where all cell is there, short circuit. So here one cell. I'll bring the short circuit later on. Can be asked in advance. I think it's not that. Maybe some easy values will be there. Calculations you can do. So where all cell was here, no? all the cells replaced with a short circuit. Then you find out the effective resistance. So this will be 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 5 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm. I think it's not a V-stone network. Not a V-stone network, what we have to do? Again, branching method. So we'll assume some V naught is connected. So here I1, just for I2. Here I3 will take it. I think 3 unknowns will come, no? Can we make it only? Yeah, this will be, so this will be I1 minus I3. This will be I2 plus I3. So finally I1 plus I2. V naught, sir, what is value of V naught? Let's not bother. I'm if it's not a V-stone network is what I just took this condition. So then based on this, it will be V naught plus V naught minus I1 minus 2 I1 minus I3 equal to 0. V naught, if you want to assume some 3 volt, it doesn't matter. So this will become 3 minus 3 I1 plus 2 I3 equals 0. Then one more, plus 3 minus 3 I2 minus 4 I2 plus I3 equal to 0. So 3 minus 7 I2, 3 minus 7 I2 minus 4 I3. Then one more loop equation here. So this will be minus I1 minus 5 I3 plus 3 I2 equals 0. So solving all this, we'll get I1, I2. Then what is the resistance? RAB. RAB, what you should do is like a V naught. V naught is how much? 3, no? By I1 plus I2. Okay, now, so whenever you want to get the effective resistance, where all cells are there, replace with a short circuit and find out the effective resistance. I'll check the, I have this value, 43.24 volt is what EAB. Then what about RAB? RAB is, the value is 2.1 ohm. This will be your answer. So do later on. Just I wanted to bring the idea that to find out effective resistance of circuit, what you should do if cells are there, replace with a short circuit, finish all. Nothing need not to bother. If it were V-stone network, it would have been easy, but it's not a V-stone network. If it were V-stone network, it would have been easier. Since it's not a V-stone network, no, okay, we'll go for it. So some multiple ideas is what I'm trying to convey here. We'll take the next one. There's okay, don't bother. Now it's a very small problems. There's some good thinking is what we needed. AB is a part of circuit as shown that absorbs energy at a rate of 50 watt. I think absorbs. Please do notice this word absorb. Absorbs energy. So therefore now, and what is E? E is calling it as a cell. So therefore, the biggest problem is like a how to assume the polarity of a cell. How to assume the polarity is calling a cell. So how I should assume the polarity of cell? For that, the absorbs is what will come. So tell me like a what do you mean by absorbs? The cell is getting charged. So absorbs means here cell absorbs energy means cell is getting charged. So when getting charged, what will happen? How the current will enter positive terminal, no? So therefore it has to be like this, the EMF of cell. When a current enters positive terminal, then it is said to be charging. If a current leaves positive terminal, cell will be discharging. There's a meaning of here absorbs here. I think that quite this is 50 watt is telling. Okay, we'll see what all I can write equation. So this is R, you write it. Symbol will have IR minus C minus VB 0, or VAB is equal to E plus IR. Let me multiply I. So what is that? I into VAB? That is what? 50 watt. Or will you write I into E? I into VAB should we write 50 watt, or I into E should be 50 watt? I think we have to take a decision here. Total energy across AB. Across AB, 50 watt is given. Is it all 50 watt the cell will take? No, because of internal resistance. Some energy is dissipated. So therefore, this should be the 50. I into E plus I square R. So we have all the values. I is how much? 1. E we don't know. 1 square. R is how much? 2. So this will be, E will become 48 volt. EMF of device 40 volt. Potential difference across AB. Cannot be 48 volt, no? So VAB will calculate. How much VAB?
50.
VA minus E minus IR. Let me solve it. So VAB equal to E plus IR. 48 plus 1 into 250 volt. Look at this, VAB greater than E. When it will happen? When it will happen? When cell is getting charged, no? There's a meaning. Okay, this one. Point B is connected to positive terminal or negative terminal. Okay, this will be the wrong option. This will be wrong option. So there's the correct option. No, rate of conversion from electrical to chemical energy is 48 watt in device. Again, one more very important part of a cell is what is asking. Very, very, very important. What do you mean by this 48 watt? Here 48 watt will come here. No? 50 watt is available. In that 48 watt will be stored, will be converted electrical energy into chemical energy. Remaining 2 watt will be lost as heat. So therefore we have to just analyze. So what is this? And what about this quantity? I think I'll give colors different. And green color is what for cell, no? Let's take this one. So what we should conclude from this? So this should be the heat lost. And what about this? Electrical energy converted into chemical energy. Electrical energy converted into chemical energy. I'll write it here below. Able to understand? So these are the very, very, very fundamental. Very, very fundamental thing. I'll go for the next problem. Make observation. The biggest problem is like I would have given very simple. I would have given this. So these things will trouble you. So what are these? Okay, maybe it is a charger. Some This can be like a cell. This is like a cell charger. It is. Find the current through the resistor in the box. So, okay, there's a box. You have to find out the current through this 2 ohm resistor. How to get the current through this 2 ohm resistors? Shall we do one thing? Shall we write loop equation here? 1, 2, 3, 3 loop equations. I'll find out the loop currents. Then I'll get the current. This is one approach, or branch current method. Here current I will come. So I1, I2, I3. Then this is I. Applying KCL and KVL will get, okay, no doubt. That's second approach. Third approach, we do see cells here. So shall we go for grouping of cells? Because this will be like one cell, there's a one cell, there's a one cell, there's a one cell. I'll replace the all thing between these 2 points. The rest all circuit I'll try to replace. We'll go for first these things. 3 ohm, 1 ohm. So this will be 4 ohm, 4 volt. And this will be 4 ohm and 2 volt. I'll do reverse connection so that you can learn some concept. Nothing will happen. Some concept we can learn. Okay, look at this 4 volt positive terminal. So first we'll replace these 2. So the effective, it will be like this. I'm just redrawing so that will be easy for you. So this will be 4 ohm. 4 ohm. This is 4 ohm. 2 volt. This 4 volt. Okay, these are the points. Let me take X and Y. Between X and Y, I'm trying to replace this one. How to do this when you have reverse polarity? You assume this has higher potential and carry on. So what is EXY? VXY equivalent formula 4/4 plus minus 2/4 by 1/4 plus 1/2. So this will be 1 minus 1/2. This will be 3/4. This will be 1/2. So 2/3. What about effective resistance? RXY 1 by summation of, so summation of 1 by R. So it will be like this will be 3/4, 4/3 ohm. Okay, now what is the next part of circuit? Okay, again we have one more. I could have done all 3 resistors are there. Okay, we could have done all 3 resistors, no? Anyway, no, okay. At a time we could have done all these 3 resistors. I didn't see. Okay, no problem. So I'll come again. I'll do one thing. We'll take it out. This it's
effective EMF is 1. Effective resistance is also 1.
1. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll bring this also. At a time we can replace all these 3 cells. This is what that XY. We'll carry on once again. Nothing is there. VXY, they should be equal to 4/4. Negative terminal connected 2/4. Positive terminal connected 1/2. Please do notice 3 cells, and this will be 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/2. For resistor, you should not introduce negative sign. Only for cells here. Here don't put negative sign. So negative terminal connected. So 1/4. No. Here numerator, denominator all will be positive only here. So this should be 1 minus 1/2 plus 1/2. By 1/2, this will be 1. Effective will be 1 volt. What about RXY? RXY will be 1 by summation of 1/4, 1/2 plus 1/2. You should not do, you should not go for minus 1/2 here also. Be careful. 1/4 it is. This will be 1 ohm. So what is our next part of circuit? The part of circuit will be very simple. No need to further grouping of cells. Directly you can manage here 1 volt, 1 ohm. This was a box. The current, in fact, will flow like this. So this I is equal to 6 plus 6 minus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 3. 11 by 6 ampere. Somehow, if you can replace these 3 cells by grouping of cells, you can do it. You can also do nodal analysis. We are discussed in class. If you want, you can try that also. But I think this will be much easier. It will save a lot of time. Even nodal analysis will be lengthy. So grouping of cells means not only when he says you should go for grouping of cells. It's not that all EMF should be same. So if you see the cells and resistors, you can manage. We'll take the next. Similarly, I brought one more. Find the current through the 4 ohm resistance. One wire is missing. I'll bring one wire. This wire is very important, which will trouble you a lot. There's a wire. Now you carry on. A very good problem. Just do make observation. In grouping of cells, I just brought a wire. We don't have the grouping of cells. I just brought a one wire. It need not be a grouping of cells. You can also go for loop current. Loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, loop 4. I1, I2, I3, I4, solve it. Or branch current method will be a little bit difficult. Loop current difficult, branch current method difficult. Then nodal analysis. As you can try, that also a little bit lengthy. Again, you have to define the potentials. That is over. So anything series parallel, not possible. So what is the last option left over? Grouping of cells. So can we replace these 2 cells by one equivalent? Or this all these 3 cells. But we have this wire. You can't bring this. Okay, of course, you can replace these 2 by one single cell. I think now it's all about the redrawing. First, we will, what all we can group, we'll try to group that one. So these 2, we can group it. So 8 and 2 ohm will come. So we'll give them some names for the terminals. This is A, B, this is X, this is Y. Between A and X, X and Y are at same potential. Again, okay, this will be step by step will come. So this will be 8 volt. This will be 4 ohm. This is point A, this point B. So this will be 8 volt, 2 ohm. Then afterwards, this is 2 ohm, 2 volt. So here we have 4 ohm resistance. Then this will be 2 volt. Then this will be 4 volt. It's left to you. You can pick up any of the method. It's not that it should be like this only. Okay, this is what that Y. And this is what that B. What about X? X is here. B. Okay, let it be here. Now see the points here now. Okay, this is the 2 volt. After this, what has to be done? Next question comes. X and Y, no doubt, one that wire is what we have to show it, no, at any cost. We cannot remove wire for our convenient. The wire is here. We will make X and Y common. Then we can enjoy the problem. So here this is A, this is B. Here, way to bring that XY, here I'll write it, XY common. Now between A and Y, 4 ohm. And then a little bit further I'll write it. I don't know how the shape will be even. Between A and Y, there is a 4 ohm resistor. Between A and X, we have a cell, 8 volt, 2 ohm. And between A and B, this 4 ohm. That one, B and Y, we have 2 volt and 4. And what to do? Any replacement can I do? Just now you have seen what is the effective potential difference YB? Will be minus 2 volt only. What is the effective resistance? Will be 0. So there's everything I should replace with a one cell. With the only one cell, I'll take it some other color. And now you have to really question your teachers, like, why you are writing 2 volt only? Why? What happened here? Why these two are not there? This is what I'm replacing with 2 volt. So where the wire gone? We have made X and Y common, no? So then no question of again the wire. This is our 4 ohm. Hope everyone is able to understand. So how these two are? So if I redraw further, 8 volt, 2 ohm, and this is 4 ohm is there. So again, redrawing circuit. So this will be, I think, can we replace this effective across these two? This one cell, there's a 2 volt, and this is the common X comma Y. What is the effective of these two? These cells, this much here. Always you can write loop equation. Again, I1, I2, something you have to. So you can replace these two with equivalent. So there I have shown one way. Here we have register and this one. Okay, let's try to replace these parts by one equivalent, this one. So let me shade it. This together I'll replace with one equivalent cell. Now what should be the EMF of this? Should be equal to VAXY, will write it. VAXY should be equal to 8 by 2 plus 0 by 4 by 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So this will be 4, 3 by 4, 16 by 3. These two. Then what about RAXY? Equivalent resistance. This should be equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So this will be 3 by 4, 4 by 3 ohm. So here I'm going to bring a cell and a resistor. That I'll bring it. So this will be how much? 16 by 3 volt, 4 by 3 ohm. This will become 2 volt. Okay, this is what that replacement. Now you are in a better position. Okay, this is not a cell. That XY is what? I just retained it. Okay, there's a green color. Very dynamically, student has to analyze carefully. Not in hurry, carefully you have to put it. So now how the current will flow in this direction. That I is what is asking. I is equal to 16 by 3 minus 2 by 4 by 3 plus 4. 3 to the 6. So 10 by 3. 3 4 are 12. 12 will be 14 by 3. Will be 5 by 7 ampere. This will be your answer. Learning the
5 by
method.
8, sir.
5 by
8, sir.
8. 7 is there, no? 10 by 4.
16 by 3, sir. 16 by 3, sir.
3 4 are 12, 12. Okay, okay. 16 by 3. 5 by 8. How we got Vxy? Vxy is this one, ma. Here, this one. I'm replacing these two with an equivalent EMF, that one. So here, this is 8 volt. So there's a one branch which is not having EMF, having resistance. So there's a branch which is having a EMF and internal resistance. So again, we can carry on the same method. Now, why I just picked up this problem is, like you can see here now, 8 by 2, 0, 0 volt by 4 by resistance of this 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So here what happened? Here what we have? No internal resistance. EMF for there. Here internal resistance is there, resistance is there, but no EMF. But still we can apply. I am just wanted students to think in a little bit different way. No, sir, I'm not understanding this. So what you should do? So send current here. I, here I, here select I, you send it. Here I1, you send it. Then how much of current here will be? I minus I1. Solve it. No problem. No need of all this one. But you can think in this way also. Able to? Got it? We'll take the next one. This is some mass based. I'm testing your mass. The voltage between points A and B is supposed to be constant in this case. At what value of resistance X will the thermal power generated in it be practically independent of small variation of that resistance? So I think something, okay, let's do, okay, there's a 20 ohm is missing. Carry on the problem. Is then a EDO, it's there in the book EDO, that's why I just picked up. So directly is asking something like the power dissipated across it should be, will be in practically independent of small variation of that resistance. Though if this Rx varies, the power dissipated across that should not change. So how it is possible? As mathematics will help us a lot. So what is this? Who is a device? This is some device. The resistance of the device will change. The power dissipation should not change. I think this is the importance of this particular problem. This can be television. This can be some mobile or any other equipment, let's say that, which will run on the electrical power. Agree this. So current will flow. Definitely due to change in temperature, resistance of this device will change. But the power dissipation should not change. So what should be the value of Rx? Like this is what I'm going to design a circuit here. So here, so make this problem a little bit systematic by assuming things of this kind. So let there be a cell. So there's a resistance 20 ohm, there's a resistance 30 ohm. This is what variable. We are going to pick up, okay, not variable. Here power is variable, but the power should remain constant though Rx varies. Let me write this is E. Now what shall I do after this? So these two are parallel. So the effective resistance of this will be 30 Rx by 30 plus Rx. This is 20 ohm. This is V, E. So can we use potential divider formula? V1 or anything you can apply it. So, okay, let me write only V. What is the expression for V will be? V will be E into the resistance of that 30 Rx by 20 plus 30 Rx by 30 plus Rx. So this should become equal to how much? Simplification, 30 Rx will be there. E will also be there. This will be 50 Rx plus 600. Okay, this much is what we have here. So now what is the power dissipated? Power thermal power generated or electrical power generated, will write it. Thermal power is generated in Rx. That should be equal to P should be equal to we know voltage by Rx. This and I'll go for here so that we can start from here. No, what is that? We know it. 30 Rx by E by 50 Rx plus 600 whole square all divided by Rx. One Rx will get eliminated. So this will become 900 Rx E square by 50 Rx plus 600. A very important problem that Rx is some equipment, you can better say. Now this I'll differentiate with respect to Rx. I'll equate to 0, then I'll get the value of Rx. Getting this one. So what is the advantage? In general, the equipment, this is like equipment. Better say, what is Rx? This is like equipment here. The resistance of equipment will change, but the power dissipated across it remains same. So this is what the designing will go like this. This is the equipment, you can say, like a television, TV. So the resistance of TV can change. Resistance of TV can change. But power dissipation remains same. Very, very important. The power dissipated, what will determine? It will determine the volume as well as the brightness. I think they are very, very important. Why resistance of television will change? Due to some external factors, due to temperature variation or due to so many parameters are there. This I have answered to 12 ohm. Check it, solve it.
Sir, Rx is 12 ohm.
Huh?
Rx is equal to 12 ohm.
Yeah. Okay, you are able to solve. Thank you then. Is it confirmed? 12?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. See, I think this is very important. I really is one of the best problem. Of course, when we don't think like this, sir, what is use of this? You just go for application. They may ask you this as like some in general passages, comprehensions. How this resistance, how this like a power dissipated across the television will determine the quality of the video and the audio there. So how to make that quality of audio and video to be constant, though temperature changes. Then he's asking to think you this way. They may trouble you. They may link the ideas. One of the best question. Maximum power transfer. If you can remember, we have a cell is there here. Consider a cell of EMF E and internal resistance R. The current drawn from the cell can be varied. Okay, some output process same when current drawn is I1 2 ampere I will proceed in this way. The output power drawn from the cell. So here first it will be current I1 will flow. In the second situation, output power will be for what value of current, the output power will be maximum. That's I'll come to the first. Can we assume something like this? What do you mean by output power? I think this has to be justified here. Is it, shall I write R only or R1, R2? It should be R1, R2. Okay, let's write the further. I'll go for, let me write loop equation. So this will become, I think we know this should be E minus I1 R1 minus I1 R equal to 0. Looking at this circuit, E minus I R2, I2 R2, I2 R2, I2 R equals 0. Let me multiply I1 with this E into I1, I square R1, I1 square R equal to 0. Here E into I2, I2 square R, I2 square R. It's telling output power will be same in both the cases. So what is output power? The output power means I square R1. P out, I'll write it. Okay, almost we are very near to the answer. I1 square, I wrote it. So this output power P naught, what we can write, EI1 minus I1 square R. EI2 minus I2 square R. What is P naught? Output power. Okay, after this, what is the maximum power? When the power will be maximum? In general, okay, for a circuit, okay, we'll take like this. Some current will flow. When the power will be maximum, I think the power will be maximum when load resistance becomes equal to internal resistance. This is the maximum power, no? When the load resistance becomes equal to internal resistance. So now you can ask question, sir, how you can say this is R1, R2? Can it be R? It can be R also, because I1 output power is same. If it is output power is same, then I1 square R, I2 square R, not possible. So therefore it should be R1, R2 only. Am I right? I think I should justify this. No, this is a maximum power. No? So when the power delivered by the source to the load is maximum, when these two resistances are equal, then what is the formula for that? What is the load current? It should be equal to, I should be equal to E by R plus R, or E by 2R. What is this? This is a I naught, will call this current. This is a current for which the power delivered by the source to the load will be maximum. Current at which power delivered by source to load is maximum. Who is the source? Is the source. Who is a load? Is a load. For what value of current, the power output will be same. Okay, now, okay, I do have. Okay, how to proceed further now? Somehow, okay, we are able to justify ourselves with some answers like this. Shall we write? We know this I1 plus I2. So what can be I1? Output power from cell is same when the current drawn is I1 2 ampere and I2 8 ampere. For what value of current, the output power will be maximum is telling. I think we are really, we have to look at this particular graph. The graph will come with a lot of information which we have to explore. This is what he mean to say. He's asking this one. So this is one current. Power will be same, no? So let me draw an horizontal line. So there are two values of current at which power will be same. It has to be no, because this was the expression for power. And what is this? This should be equal to x-axis. What it should be equal to current. No, this is power versus current. And for these two currents, the power will be same. And there's a one value of current at which it will be maximum. That is I naught. And what is this value? Okay, it has messed up. I'll come for this one. So this is how much equal to I1. This is what I2. I think this graph, if you would have plotted in the beginning, it would have been much help. There would have been no need of all this thinking that you could have managed here. No necessity of this, but nothing wrong. Students in general, they think like this, R1, R2, let it be. No, come for this graph. You know this one. I think it can happen, no? Because the curve will be like this. Can you remember maximum power? So this is what when the resistance will become equal to internal resistance. This is what I know. How to calculate, we know it. What is I1? We should write. The biggest problem and is telling output power from cell is same and current drawn is I1 and I2. Only that much of information what we have. I think there's only this resistor itself is there. There's nobody is there. Only this resistor is there. So what about this circuit? What you're going to do with this circuit? I don't know. In general, students will think like this. I'll keep it in a corner. Let's see that. Okay, let me look at this part of the right hand side of the discussion. Let's see anything I can make it. So EI. So E is equal to I into R plus R. This much is what we have. How to correlate all these things? Somehow that I1, I2, I naught have to be determined from this much of data. I think it's a purely math based one because now I given a curve. Answer will be 5. We'll substitute the value of R. Value of R where? Rishika?
Equate P naught values, sir.
Okay, we'll get E and R values. Then what is I naught? I naught should be E by 2R. Okay. No, this equation 1 and 2, if you equate, okay, we'll see any help. E minus I1 square R equal to E I2 minus I2 square R. So E terms on one side, I1, okay, this one, I'll make it here. I2 square minus I1 square R is equal to E into I2 minus I1. I'll get the value of E by R.
E by R is I1 plus I2.
E by R is
I1 plus I2.
I1 plus I2. So we know I1 plus I2 is how much?
10.
2 plus 8, 10. But I naught is how much?
E by 2R.
E by 2R. So therefore 1 by 2 into E by R. This graph is very important. This discussion what we made very important. Okay, this one. So maximum power can be asked questions of these kind also. You have to be extra alert. The curve is very important. This curve is very important. Please do just analyze anything like this. Questions can be asked with the idea of that curve also. I think the initial what we assumed is really will help us a lot in the numerical. Okay, we'll take the next one now. One more, this is simple. I think it's a purely circuit based. Here only, let me take the, instead of drawing, no, so we can adjust things here only. No. When AC is 2 meter, it was found that galvanometer shows the reflection. When switch is placed in either of two positions, 1 or 2, find the EMF E1. Okay, when this is 2 meter, galvanometer shows zero reading when switch is placed in either of the two positions. Either of two positions means I can change. I'll move the switch to. Now also it will be 2 meter. And the current to galvanometer will be 0. Now the remaining distance, how much it will be? Length 5 meter. No, so this will be 3 meter. This will not help. So here this 3 meter. No. So current to galvanometer is 0. So there'll be a current in the primary circuit. I. This is I. This is I. This is I. So current in the primary circuit. This is I. It's just a potentiometer. If you just know the theory of potentiometer, there is enough. So that wire is the potentiometer. It's a potentiometer wire. Please do understand this. The moment you see the thick wire, no. So I think the current, since the current to galvanometer is 0, so therefore the same current it will not branch. So do we know now value of I? Yes, it is. It's asking to get the value of E1. let's see what all we can do with this one. So therefore the E3 should be equal to, first E3 should be equal to I into lambda into 2 meter. AC, I'll write it. What is I? I should be equal to E1 into RAB plus R. E1 is what? Unknown thing. RAB, it has a resistance of 2 ohm per meter. So RAB should be 10. This will be 10. So E1 by 20. So this will be E1 by 20. Then lambda resistance per unit length is 2 ohm. AC given how much? 2 meter. E3 we know how much it is. 30 volt. I think we can find out E2 also. I'll commit this one. So this will be E1 is equal to 150 volt.
Yes, sir.
150. Can we calculate E2? Find E1 and E2. Some E2 is missing. Can we calculate E2? Yes, again, I'll proceed in the similar way. So this I is equal to, as usual, the same E1 by 20. Now I know E1 by RAB plus R. E1 is how much? 150. This will be 10 plus 10, 150 by 20. So this will be 7.5 ampere. Now, what is E2? The E2 should be equal to I into lambda CB. What is value of I? We know 15 by 2. Let me write in this way. What is lambda? 2. What is length CB? 3. 30 volt. Potentiometer, there should be only one cell, so only 2 cells are primary circuit. In secondary, why you're bringing? Just a mechanism. So many ways are there. Potentiometer is a very versatile chapter. You may get best of best questions. So there are some around, yeah.
E2 is 45, sir.
E2 45, huh? Yeah, 45. Yeah, thank you. There are some 15 different varieties, or the most maximum 20. Just one problem. Don't solve 100 or 200. 20 different numericals are there. Think over it. Meter, base, post office, ammeter, voltmeter. Maximum you can manage. And the last one more we have. Oh, still so many are about it. We'll see next class then. Let me finish off this. 2 cells of EMF E1 and E2 are connected in series in secondary circuit of a potentiometer. Oh, 112. I think you have any other class after this? Mathematics is there, no? I'll wind up. We'll wind up. Okay, thank you all of you. Okay, thank you. So try to work out different numericals related to this. Okay, thank you very much.